this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Do you want to find a stress-free way to buy your next car? Start at CarMax and shop your way. And if you want to browse with confidence, get pre-qualified online with no impact on your credit score and shop cars within your budget. From luxury cars to family rides, CarMax has options for almost every price range, including more than 25,000 cars priced under $25,000. So, hey, want to get started? Just head to CarMax.com for details and get pre-qualified today. Want to drive? CarMax.
Introducing Home Care Plus, a new subscription service from Lowe's that helps make life easier by giving members a hand with home maintenance. Let Lowe's tackle the tasks you keep meaning to do, like electric dryer vent cleaning, replacing hard-to-reach light bulbs, and more. Subscribe to Home Care Plus for just $99 a year and consider your to-do list done. Members get more at Lowe's. Available in select zip codes only. Cancel anytime. Non-refundable fee. Product purchase required. Terms and service restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This week, on a special episode of WebMD's Health Discovered podcast, we're taking a closer look at a common form of lung cancer that accounts for 85% of all cases.
When I first heard the words, "you have lung cancer," I was in shock.
It's a diagnosis that changes everything. So what does it really mean to advocate for yourself when you're living with non-small cell lung cancer? Listen to Health Discovered on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Heather Dubrow.
And I'm Terry Dubrow.
And we're going to keep this between us.
Not really. No.
Not really.
No. We're going to talk about it.
I'm not wearing any makeup today. I'm going a little makeup free. How's it going?
Oh, you look good. You look great.
I have this melasma spot that I cannot get rid of.
From where? From what? I don't see it.
It's right here. You can't see that?
Oh my gosh, look at the melasma on my face. I remember.
Well, you did a CO2 laser.
To
fix it.
Yes.
And then you proceeded to 3 weeks later sit in the sun with no sunscreen. So that was not the smartest move.
I have incredible melasma.
I just have this one spot, but it's really obvious. But I went on that tranexamic acid cream
For a spot?
and the pills. Yeah. Because that's what I was told to do by 2 different people.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something. Didn't work.
Yeah. You should try either some TCA, local TCA.
What's that?
It's a peel, trichloroacetic acid peel,
Okay.
or a little hydroquinone.
Cream?
Yep. That's sort of the standard thing that works for that. Yeah.
All right.
So interesting times right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
How so?
I mean, it's because I've been doing a lot of interviewing lately. I've been getting a lot of inquiries to talk about various hot topics that are circulating.
Give me the hot topic.
Well, right now it seems like everyone wants to ask me about looksmaxxing.
So I just recently became aware of looksmaxxing.
Yes.
And there's one person in particular that people talk about.
Clavicular and the Syrian psycho. I know.
Clavicular and the Syrian psycho. If you have not heard of this,
I literally know
ready.
everything there is to know about looksmaxxing.
Well, explain it, because I sort of it's like people who punch themselves to look better kind of thing.
So it weirdly, I even know the history about it. It started out when these guys on bodybuilder forums were posing things about their diet and whatever supplements they take in their physique. And some guys started to poach at them about, yeah, but what about the face? and started ragging on them about the face. And
meaning like their bodies look great and their faces look terrible.
Yes. Instead, you guys really need to do something about your face. And then these two guys came famous for this, but it's where it's rooted is really ugly. Okay. It's rooted in what they call the incel culture. How
do you spell that?
In INCEL, which is, involuntarily celibate. And it's a bunch of young guys who, for one reason or another, think that, your sexual identity and your sexual attractiveness is based on, your sort of your genetics and how lucky you were. And if you don't look a certain way, don't even try. And,
so they're celibate because they feel like they could never get with someone,
right?
Because they don't look good enough.
Yes. And then the culture
That's so sad.
expanded a bunch of these like cisgender straight white guys sort of ragging on women and taking this. It's very negative. And there's a very negative sort of subtone and subculture to it all, but it really is all about, if you ignore that and just look about what they're trying to do, what their goals are, they're trying to, increase their sexual market value, basically.
But it's almost counterintuitive to what their original, it sounds like they were upset about the way they look. So they didn't even try to get with a partner.
Right. So,
and then they turned on women.
They attributed to, it's all about, women. And then it became about, okay, what are we doing to maximize our sexual market value? That's the goal. Okay. And so there's two general types of looksmaxxing. Do you find this interesting?
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Why not just go, okay, well, I don't look great, so maybe I need my nose done. Why aren't they going to the dermatologist or the plastic surgeon? Okay,
that would be called hard maxing. There's two types. There's two general categories. There's soft maxing, which is all about, hairstyle and maybe teeth whitening.
Okay.
And, maybe your diet, your skincare. And then there's hard maxing, which is things that vary from, things you do with a scalpel or laser to really weird DIY things like bone smashing and mewing. Mewing and bone smashing are the two weirdest things.
Wait, hold on. So when you're saying soft maxing and hard maxing, like we all do that, right? Soft maxing is getting.
By the way, we all do soft maxing and hard maxing.
That's what I'm saying. We all do. We get our hair dyed, we get our nails done, we use skincare, and then the hard maxing is the lasers and the plastic surgery and all those things. How did it go from that to DIY procedures?
Well, they take it to an extreme level where these looks maxers create this idealized version of what a young man should look like.
Okay.
And there's certain features like they even know things like that only plastic surgeons really talk about, like IPD, interpupillary distance. The distance
What's that?
Distance between your pupils is sort of an idealized distance.
Because if your eyes are too close together, it's unattractive.
Or too far.
Then you're a fish.
And cheekbone height and canthal tilt. You should, they call them hunter eyes, where your canthus should have an upward tilt and point down towards your nose.
But wait a minute, you can't make your eyes farther apart.
No, but you can do things to simulate making these things happen. And then there's jawline strengthening and definition and increasing, like what I have, that's kind of apparently a good thing to have a big wide jaw. And,
it's masculine, right?
Yeah. And so there's these two things called bone smashing and mewing.
Okay. What's bone smashing?
Bone smashing is the DIY version of hard maxing, where hard maxing would be like facelift, rhinoplasty, and so on, cheek implant, jaw surgery. Bone smashing is the concept of actually smashing your bones with a hammer, breaking it down, and what happens is when you do that, it can stimulate bone growth and lead to overgrowth in a certain area. So you smash your mandible and have it increase in width.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're taking an actual, I need to understand this. You're taking an actual, like a real hammer. And they are hammering their jaw to the point that it's breaking.
Smashing, bruising, causing trauma so that.
But is the jaw now broken?
No, not a complete facial fracture, but smashing it to the point where it'll become hypertrophic. It'll grow in response to the traumatic injury.
But you can't define or figure out how much it's going to grow. What if it can't be even on both sides?
Obviously, it's I think it's mainly from a plastic surgeon's point of view, it's mainly BS, the concept of it, but they do it and they seem to think it works.
What's mewing?
Mewing is where you put a tongue at the roof of your mouth to try to stimulate your muscles to have a more angular jawline. Yeah.
Well, people do say that when you take a picture,
that
you should put your tongue on the roof of your mouth.
This is to induce permanent changes. So these are these ridiculous things. And then they go on and they're very critical and very judgy about the way people look. And then, of course, they're making you super self-conscious about the way you look. I mean, it's bad enough growing up, besides you who genetically have this amazing face. How many of your friends, hated the way they look and still hate the way they look? And you just get used to it and you go, well, maybe there's more important things to focus on. But could you imagine being at that most insecure point in your life?
How old are these people?
Oh, it's males between like the age of, 13.
Oh, they're young.
And 23, 24, 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's and so everybody's asking to interview me about this looksmaxxing thing. And it's a terrible message, and it's just going to put more people into the plastic surgeon's office, particularly those plastic surgeons who are doing, edge type things that are sort of not that accepted. There's a couple in Beverly Hills who will go unnamed who are doing things to clavicles.
What can you do to
ribs.
a clavicle?
You can, fracture the clavicle and make the clavicle more or less prominent. Oh, that's a thing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, GLP-1s are everywhere. I have so many friends on them. And I think not just the weight loss, but all the benefits, the cognitive effects, the cardiac benefits, all of it. And if you haven't heard of it, Ro offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. The new GLP-1 pill has the same weight loss ingredient as the shot and packs comparable results to the shot. It can help patients lose 14% of their body weight in a year on average. That's one daily pill for fewer cravings and feeling fuller with an innovative new formula. The new FDA-approved GLP-1 pill is available at $149 for the first dose, in addition to your Ro membership fee and $299 per month for the higher doses. The Ro Body membership includes access to FDA-approved GLP-1s, unlimited provider messaging, side effect management, and more. All for just $45 off your first month and $145 per month thereafter. The Ro membership fee includes the cost of GLP-1 medication. In addition to the newly approved pill, Ro also offers a full suite of the most effective brand name FDA-approved GLP-1s, all at the lowest cost. Ro offers the lowest cost GLP-1s, whether you're using insurance or paying cash. After your first online visit, if you're eligible for treatment, you can expect to start your medication in less than a week if paying cash, or about 2 weeks if using insurance. So many people have talked to me about this. Everyone's always asking, I heard Terry said he does it. I heard it. Yes, he loves the GLP-1s. You could hear him talking about it absolutely everywhere. So if you want to get involved, go to ro.co/between to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/between to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. Based on study in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight plus a weight-related condition with diet and exercise.
So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone, or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, right now, you can get an extra $100 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $100 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
And what are they doing with their ribs? Isn't that what they used to say Cher did?
Take some ribs
out.
Wasn't
is that an urban legend that Cher took ribs out?
Maybe lots of people have taken a rib out.
Why?
To make, your waist thinner and things like that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's a really bizarre time to be a plastic surgeon in this. This is there are websites about it. It's funny. I just the other day was looking at this looksmaxxing.com, which is there's nothing about the negative stuff. There's no misogyny. There's none of the negative stuff, but it's really about, hey, if you're interested, we'll help you look your best. Like, send us your picture.
And what, they'll tell you where to aim the hammer?
They'll critique you. They'll tell you where to go get various services.
So that's interesting. So are there places you can go for someone to hammer your jaw for you?
Not so much hammer your jaw. They'll tell you how to hammer, where to hammer, when to hammer, and how to looks max. So it's a really incredibly...
Isn't it like kind of a pseudo doctory kind of thing?
Well, what are peptides anyway? Look at half the podiatrists or chiropractors and gym bros and influencer giving medical advice about these drugs. By the way, I did an interview the other day on Garth Fisher's radio show.
Yeah, I saw.
And it was really fun and he was amazing. We agreed on.
You guys have known each other for a very long time.
Yeah. We agreed on virtually everything, not virtually, literally everything. And, he puts out these little, as do podcasts and so interviews, put out little highlights to get people maybe interested in, hey, we have Terry Dubrow on, we're going to talk about this. And so he put out, plastic surgery, this, and what it's like to be on a reality show. And he goes, you're the pioneer of reality shows. And I look at him, first of all, I go, I'm the pioneer? Me? I go, you're Garth, you started Extreme Makeover. And he was really, and he
wasn't the Swan first?
No, Extreme Makeover went
really?
7 seasons before the Swan. But anyway, he put out, I was looking at this highlights thing and it said, what are you most concerned about? I go, one of the things I'm concerned about is that these peptides, one day a peptide is going to come out that has really down the road, very delayed, significant, dangerous side effects that we won't know until everybody's used it. Yeah. And then I saw that and then I looked at the comments just out of curiosity, 127 comments, and everyone ragged on me about these are not drugs and food is not FDA regulated. It's like, yeah, because it's not a, drug. And yes, they are drugs. And it's almost like politics, some of this stuff. People are going to believe what they're going to believe.
Well, they believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But also, it's so crazy to me because to me, the peptides fall into the supplement arena because in my brain. Right. Listen, I'm just telling you how I think about them because they're not a quote drug, meaning they're not.
Is insulin a drug?
Is that a peptide?
Yes. Is semaglutide a drug?
Yes.
That's a peptide.
Oh.
Yeah. Is growth hormone a drug?
Yes.
That's a peptide.
Oopsies. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are just not approved peptides.
Oh,
These are
interesting.
not only not approved, they're untested drugs.
But didn't you tell me that those would never be tested drugs because there's no money in it?
There's
right?
no money in it. There's no patent protection.
Okay, but same with supplements, right?
Right, but supplements.
But there's certain supplements that could be potentially dangerous.
Yeah, and they're often taken off the market when they're that dangerous. But the difference between a peptide and a supplement is a peptide is injected. Right. A peptide works on what's called an end organ. It actually works directly on receptors at an organ level, where supplements, they don't do that at all. They improve the status, the homeostatic, environment for a favorable situation. So you can, so on and so forth. But anyway, so I'm never going to convince. And by the way, that's why now when I talk about peptides, I talk about them. I know about them. I talk about how to use them affirmatively if you're going to use them.
Responsibly.
Yes. And
well, we take peptides. So what do you think we're doing that we shouldn't be doing?
I mean, what peptides are you willing to admit you take?
I talk about it. I take Motzi.
Okay.
Wait, I tried the Wolverine when I was having back pain,
which is the BPC 157 and the
I
TV
thought it
500.
helped, but I don't have chronic pain, so I don't think I need to be on that.
Yeah.
And then I tried the CPJ. Is that the copper?
CPC.
I tried the copper, and then I tried the Clo, which is a mix of the two of those.
Right.
And that copper.
Glow is a mix.
Clo. K-L.
Clo has got Wolverine. It's got copper. Yeah. So it's not two of them. It's like four.
Yeah. So I tried that. But what I found is that CPC, the copper one, they say you get the copper uglies for a while.
That's the GHK CU.
The copper one, I tried it alone and I tried it in the stack, and it made me break out and I hated it. And I could never, to me, it was like
Tretinoin, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, but you got to suffer through it and push through. And I never got to the other side. So I never use the Retin-A products. But I found the same thing with the copper.
Yeah.
I hated it, and I have good skin. But I wanted it for the hair and all that, but I couldn't do that one. But to me, the Motzi, I feel good. I have energy. I sleep better. I love that Motzi.
Yeah, the problem with the Motzi, like the problem with all the peptides, is where are you getting it from?
I don't know. Where are you getting it from?
So you get it from, a pharmacy a compounding pharmacy that we don't know anything about. It's not really very sort of licensed and, surveilled. And it's very unclear where they're getting them, where they're making them. And are they getting them from China? Do they have, heavy metals in them or viruses or endo or exotoxins? It's just this is the most interesting time to be alive as a human being, both from a health and wellness longevity perspective and AI. And I know, let's not get me started on AI.
Nope.
I know. By the way, today I was in the office
he's going.
And I saw these patients, and the second patient came in for a facelift. We talked about facelift for 20 minutes and talked about longevity and AI for an hour. My office going, let's go. We have other patients. But I mean, now
if you're waiting in Terry's office, he's talking about AI.
We're either going to end up living to 140, looking amazing, or we're going to have 3 heads and be dead within 10 years. Either one or the other.
Speaking of which, we watched the finale of Paradise last night.
Second season. It was so good.
Oh my God. We can't spoiler anything, but if you are not watching this show, you've got to watch. It's really easy watch. It's only 8 episodes, 2 seasons.
It's really layered.
Sterling
and
K.
weird.
Brown is so talented. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
But it kind of leans into a lot of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have I think an interview coming up with like ABC News or something about looksmaxxing.
So what's your take on it?
I mean, I naturally have to acknowledge that its roots are very negative and that it reinforces and promulgates a very potentially negative, insecure method or insecure sort of attitude and drive to you're only worthy of anything if you can increase your sexual market value. And if you don't look a certain way, you're worthless and all that. This is really bad.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's basically plastic surgery, isn't it?
But it's plastic surgery.
It's another,
it's a non-doctor plastic surgery.
Not really, because a lot of it's hard maxing that involves plastic surgery. And a lot of it's soft maxing that involves all the things we talk about, which is skincare.
But isn't the really troubling part about it is that it's self-afflicted?
I think the troubling part about it is to
things?
make young males become incredibly insecure.
Which they already are. Young people are insecure.
And have their value only proportional to their idealized look, their looks as compares to an idealized version of themselves.
Well,
That's
welcome
the
to
problem.
what women have been going to for centuries.
Yeah, but men are freaks. And can you imagine letting loose these men onto society who are angrier than they are anyway because they don't look a certain way? And but anyway, so my attitude is I'm going to acknowledge that its roots are a problem, and the pursuit of the idealized version of your face is not a good pursuit. But that, let's be honest, a lot of what we do as plastic surgeons and consumers, and even you and I in the health and beauty world, is looksmaxxing. We're really trying to do the adult version of looksmaxxing.
So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone, or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, right now, you can get an extra $100 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $100 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
What happens when you put Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets inside a Crunchwrap slider? You get Taco Bell's new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider, obviously, made with all white meat crispy chicken nuggets and your choice of creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard sauce. It's the combination you didn't know you always wanted. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider with creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard sauce. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation.
You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code audio.
I think something that you have always talked about that you do really well in your practice too is, you get to the root of why someone wants to have surgery, because you want people to be in the right, psychological frame and be doing it for the right reasons. Like having confidence and all that is great, but someone who has self-loathing and whatnot, there's deeper issues than just taking a bump off a nose.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because all these celebrities publishing their pictures of their facelift is in a weird way
hurting things.
It's just making people more insecure to be 50 and have some jowling and laxity.
See, I would think it would do the opposite. I would think that before, when people were saying, God, they were just born this way, they're aging so beautifully and all this kind of thing. Now they can go, oh, well, they had surgery, so I could do that too. It makes it more achievable, doesn't it?
Or when you see these, these fresh-faced celebrities who, by the way, are 1 month out from their facelift, just give it 6 months and they're not going to look anything like that anymore. And that's the truth. All it's making you feel is if you have any kind of laxity around your jawline or deepening of your nasolabial folds, that you should be upset because these celebrities are looking perfect now.
Well, I think it's a tough thing to constantly read the headlines, especially as women who are aging, to read the headlines that are like forever 30. Like, I don't care how much you take care of yourself and how much surgery you have. You can't be or look forever 30. And then there's skin quality and how many facelifts can a person have in their lifetime? Is it unlimited, or is there a point where you can't do that anymore?
I think that it depends, obviously, but I think the big concern is not how many, is that if you have too many, you will for sure reach the point
where you
of
looking weird.
And
why is that?
Because there's no question, as you get older, your skin is going to stretch and become more lax. If it stretches out in a way that isn't in line with the exact pull of the facelift, that's when you get that weird altered sweep of relaxation to your skin where it just looks, it just looks alien, altered, bizarre. And once you get that, and you
can't turn that around.
It's very, very hard to fix that.
Yeah. I think also, one thing that you've always said is the enemy of good is better.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think, and I see this with people too, it's like, they get a little lip filler and it's like, well, if that's good, more is going to look even better. And then, and you start to you get distorted.
It's funny. What I noticed about me, because, I've taken the GLP-1 drugs and I've really cut down my body fat, and I work out because I'm trying to achieve longevity, escape velocity, which I could talk about that for an hour.
But we're not going to.
Is that sometimes
he's trying to get back to his birth weight.
Sometimes I'm basically getting most of my calories through the air or sniffing the mints on the way out of the restaurant.
You're not eating enough?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Birth weight, I think that's a good one. I noticed, like, I looked in the mirror last night and
you were staring at yourself in the mirror.
I brushed my teeth.
He does that a lot, just so you know.
Look in the mirror? No,
stare at yourself?
Never. If anything, I avoid at this stage of my life. But look in the mirror, and I caught a glimpse, and it was nighttime, and there was I go, huh? And I did for the first time.
You flexed?
No, I didn't flex.
Bullshit. Good.
No, it wasn't my face. It was my face, not my body. Oh. And I did what you guys do. That stupid. That's just the most irritating thing.
Duck face?
Where you look in the mirror and you have your phone here and you're taking that ridiculous selfie where you can see the phone that you're holding and that really dumb. Oh, I did that.
Let me see it.
Oh, and I thought I looked particularly
good. Is this like that time where you told me you could sing? And you were driving in the car by yourself. You didn't record yourself. You said, I was driving in the car the other night and I had the radio on. I was realizing I am a good singer. So I shut off the radio really fast and I kept singing. And I was like, I can sing.
Okay, here's the picture.
This is true.
Tell me if you don't think I look pretty good in there. This is last night.
By the way.
I know.
You look like you. You look good. That's what you look like.
Oh, remember we were on vacation and I got up and I went over to the mirror and I said, oh my God, I looked so horrible and old and gross.
No, what vacation?
We were in Cabo.
At last Christmas?
I don't know. It was, and remember that? I was looking at her and I go, oh my God, I look like the grandfather of somebody's grandfather.
Well, you're wheezing like the grandfather of someone's grandfather. I'll tell you that.
But don't you think I look pretty good right now? Or is this you just look like you?
No, what I'm telling you is you look handsome and you look like that is what you look like.
I mean, look at.
But you know what? That brings up an important point.
And
two important
look at the
things.
body.
No, number
Body's
one,
kind of happening.
You are a narcissist.
Wow.
I just want to highlight that. And you do look at yourself quite a bit.
I may be in love with me. Oh my God. Look at that. I mean, I've looked really bad in the recent past. I just thought I'd get a little something, a little pop. By the way, if you showed me a picture of you, no matter what you look like, I would say, oh, you're right. You look good.
I just said you look good. You didn't hear me because you're too busy talking about yourself.
You said I look like you.
I said you look good. That's what you
look.
By the way,
you saying you look like you is not a compliment.
Yes, it is. But what you're missing is you think you look good in this picture, and I am corroborating. Not only do you look good, that's what you look like. So this is your own body dysmorphia in your brain. Dysmorphia. Well, if you think you look good in that picture, that's what you look like. You should be happy with how you look. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's hard, aging is hard. Looking in the mirror is hard, not for you.
Generally, I really don't care. I just want to be healthy and to be happy and live as long as I can to help take care of you and the family.
That is so nice. Oh. Okay.
Okay, laundry stinks, literally. I mean, you could just keep buying new underwear. Not that I've ever done that. Or maybe sort your clothes into piles based on how re-wearable or filthy they are. Or just use Arm & Hammer Deep Clean. It's made for real-life stinks and stains. So even if you don't do laundry the, quote, right way, Deep Clean will knock it out. I mean, it is from the #1 liquid detergent brand that tackles more loads than any other. Come clean with Arm & Hammer Deep Clean. #1 claim based on total wash loads sold.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
There's a fire inside you can't ignore. Stand still? Not a chance. You're a lifelong learner who's come this far. Now, we're here to help you keep going further. Capella University. What can't you do? Visit capella.edu to learn more.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.